What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said, we coming right back with the next video. And this video was requested by Lena. She my girl. She always requesting. I'm always doing her requests. So everybody like this video for Lena. And I ain't even getting into the song yet, but the song is by SAMSON called Price Hike. I just want to talk about Bidenomics. That's the first thing I see that I think is the most lying thing that ever was said. Everybody read that for me. We're growing the economy from the middle out and the bottom up. Lowering costs for a hard-working family and making smart investments in America. That's Bidenomics. Are your smart investing or giving our money to Ukraine? Or your smart investments are giving our money to Israel? Or your smart investments is giving our money to Taiwan? How are you growing the economy when gas high, food high? Even a candy bar ain't $1 no more. I don't understand. Hard-working families have to work harder just for to take care of another country. What are you investing in America? You're taking from America. Now that's what I call Bidenomics. Now if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Everybody like this video for Lena. And let's get into the reaction of SAMSON Price Hike. Let's go. Let's get it.
I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, yet I'm still backpacking. I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, I'm in the same tax bracket. I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, I mean it too. I just say that to say that I'm still down here in the real world, feeling everything with you, and I'm fucking pissed. I got a big bone to pick with all these motherfucking activists, all these rappers and actors and notable figures that act like they know how bad this shit is. I love being lectured and ridiculed about the fact that I don't have an electric vehicle, tweeting about climate change from your private plane while I pay an arm and leg to get some fuel. Thank God.
I swear to God, how can you say that when you still gonna get on that jet? You still gonna crowd the sky. So don't tell me nothing about climate change when you need to go somewhere. Do you drive or do you fly? That's for all the rich people out there. Like he said, don't say nothing about it, no gas or nothing, because you using fuels and you spraying it in the sky. Let's go.
My car doesn't take premium, I'd have to get a second job just to break even. Then they cranked it up $3 and brought it down $2, and I'm supposed to be happy and act like I'm proud of you. And to add to injury, I got Kamala telling me I need to go electric and I have to act quick, and all it's gonna cost me is $50,000. Well, guess what? I don't have that, bitch. And even if
I knew he was finna say, guess what, I ain't got this shit. He said, you know, the other word, but I thought he was gonna say shit. But I knew he was finna say it though. Man, I'm telling you, man, this man is nonchalant as fuck. Straight down to earth, and he don't mind about. I thought Tom was like, you know what I'm saying, speaking like that, but he really speaking like that. Man, I'm telling you, man, who y'all pick, him or Tom, bro? We gotta know who is better. We got to know. The word is watching. Let's get back into it.
if I did, I would buy a big truck just to rub it in your face, because I don't give a fuck. I would put a big smokestack on the top of it and blow black smoke every time I open throttle it. And it's not because I hate the climate, it's because I don't trust you or the things you wish me to do. I would cut the floor out of the bottom of my car and start running like the Flintstones before I listen to you.
Damn.
I hate when people tell me they would rather not talk about it because they don't like to get political. I cannot afford supply shortages and high mortgages. It's not politics, all this shit is literal. That's money draining out of your bank account to make it work, to the point that it breaks you down and makes you hurt, paying insane amounts taken out of your savings. They promised that they were gonna save you. How? They made it worse. We should be a flourishing nation, not a country with soaring inflation. There's nothing more infuriating than the fact that nobody takes blame for this poor demonstration. Like, what? It just happened like that? Nothing to do with your administration. You blamed it on Putin and called it his price hike, but shit was going up way before the invasion. Now how does that work? Really?
Look, and to be honest with y'all, like I said, bro, I said this in a previous video. I can't remember which one, but it was one when I first started this. When Putin invaded Ukraine, it wasn't all on Putin. Putin had it clear ever since Bush was in office. As long as NATO don't keep pushing towards Russia and go the other way, they don't have no problem with Russia. NATO kept overlooking Putin. They kept overlooking Russia, and that really what caused Putin to lash out. And when they try to put Ukraine into their lines, that really was the last straw. Think about it, Putin will all come and collect until more of the people that left their side start trying to join NATO. He liked the fact that it was a buffer between NATO and Russia, and he wanted to keep it that way. And how can he keep it that way when NATO steady pushing towards them, trying to contain them, just like they trying to do with China? Of course, it's gonna be a war if you got a country that is strong as you can try to make a whole containment wall around you with an alliance that, you know what I'm saying, the strongest in the world. Putin made it clear that if Ukraine joined NATO, it would invade Ukraine. Didn't nobody listen. So when Ukraine was going into the process of trying to join NATO, what did Putin do? He invaded Ukraine. It ain't all on Putin. I mean, he was wrong for invading Ukraine, but the other side got to take their responsibility for their part in the action. They could have left Ukraine as a buffer country between NATO and Russia. And I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be at war. I mean, they wouldn't be at war right now if they were like, of course, NATO. I mean, Ukraine cannot join NATO. At some point, even if you is the United States, you got to respect somebody's wishes. Because there's always consequences of overlooking people and just, you know what I'm saying, thinking you can do what you want to do. And Putin made that clear that he will invade if Ukraine keep pushing towards NATO. You undermining, you taking away. And they trying to take care of themselves just like we're trying to take care of ourselves. So, of course, war. But let's get back into this reaction.
I'm baffled, sick of being treated like a stupid blind asshole. Next thing I know, I'm gonna turn on CNN and they'll be trying to tell everybody that Putin time traveled. Wouldn't put it past them. Crooked little rats, so easily and spineless, always looking for a snack, searching for the next reputation to tear apart and trash when the views that you have and theirs aren't exact. They feed you bullshit and expect you to eat it, then they read you bullshit and expect you to believe it, like everything that you witnessed isn't for certain or real, and you're just supposed to forget all your personal experiences. Like all the money that you spent, you still have the shit, you didn't really spend any of it, you just imagined it. All the cash that you wasted on behalf of this inflation didn't happen. It's just a figment of your imagination and it's all gone.
This man do not take a breath. He do not take a breath. He do not take a breath. I'm saying he just got all of that out in 2 minutes and I ain't see him take not one breath. Let me take these out. That you don't understand the point of how much air you have to have in your lungs for to just rap that fast and get that much out without just, you know what I'm saying, back again. Coming with this shit like a Maffernan, you know what I'm saying? And like, he ain't scared to tell the truth, man. He gonna tell it in the harshest way. He kind of remind me of Tom, but you know, they very different. And I like the fact that he spoke on a lot of stuff in this song that made a lot of sense. They're like, if don't nobody want to speak on Putin part, but everybody speak on Putin part in this war, but don't nobody want to speak on the West part in this war. I mean, they wanted this more just as much as Putin wanted this war. They really, both sides wanted this war. They wanted to test their weapons, and they needed a place to test their weapons at. And Ukraine was the perfect spot. Think or not, I still think it's a conspiracy that all of a sudden a war broke out. I think they're trying to test their weapon, and they need a country to test their weapon in. And they need the people. But now it's getting so far out of hand that nuclear war is threatened. Because you still got to remember that it's that sovereignty type shit. Everybody over sovereignty. Everybody over borders and all that. And Russia already changed the nuclear doctrine 2 times. And now, ain't no telling when Russia will nuke. Ain't no telling if we'll nuke them first just because we think they'll nuke. Cold War has started between United States and China. And World War III is about to start between United States, NATO, and Russia. For long, it's just our Earth is gonna be withered up, drained of resources, dried up, nuclear smoke and radiation everywhere, and us with nowhere to be found. That's why I say Trump 2024, 2025, whatever you want to call it. Like this video for Nina. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We out.